from the Aqeedah Tahawiyah, the points that we have read, in there are attributes of Allah. In there are attributes of the Rusul, the messengers. And in there are things that we have not seen with our eyes, but we have been taught them by Rasulullah and by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? So these three things, we want to draw a paradigm for them. The first one is, we will write on the heading, the science of Aqeedah, or Islamic theology. We can choose whatever topic. And then you will have to draw 3 points. The first point will be Allah. The second one will be messengers. The third one will be sam'iyat, information passed on to us by the messengers, sorry, by Allah and by the messengers. This is called sam'iyat. Okay. Under the first heading, which is Allah, we can call this ilahiyat, meaning the attributes of Allah. We divide that into 3. The attributes necessary for Allah, the attributes that is impossible for Allah, and then the attributes merely possible for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we have mentioned quite a bit of them in the Aqeedah of Imam Abu Ja'far al-Tahawi. So for example, the attributes that are necessary for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is oneness. So multiplicity will be on the other side, the opposite side. Impossible attribute. We can't say Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is more than one. Another one is al-ilm. Allah knows everything. We can't say Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is ignorant. That goes on the opposite side. On the attributes that's impossible for Allah. Right? So you draw up what you have come across of the attributes, beautiful attributes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this book. And then on the opposite side, you write what is impossible for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be. Do you get that? Then also Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala spoke about things that is merely possible for Allah to do. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can give illness and He can give health. He is not bound or commanded to do either or. Allah can choose which one He wants. Allah can choose between rich and wealth and poverty. Allah subhanahu for us now, this for us. Allah can choose who He wants to whom He wants to give wealth and whom He wants to give make poor. And so He has a choice between that. Now, death and life. These are the things that Imam Abu Ja'far spoke about. Allah is not bound to say, well, so and so has to die, live forever, and so and so has to die now. No, Allah chooses when and whatever He wants to do. These are the merely permissible things for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There are plenty of them. Okay, and we read them. It's in the Abu Ja'far al-Tahawi. Then you move on to the Nabawiyat. Nabawiyat are the attributes of the prophets. And there is a section where Imam Abu Ja'far speaks about the prophets. The prophets, we believe this in them. Right? They have to have tabligh, for example. The message they were given, they have to impart this message. For example, 1. So for a Nabi to keep silent a message is an attribute that is not becoming to the Prophet. So we'll put that under the column of the things that is impossible for prophets to have. No. Prophets, they have to have amana, they have to be trustworthy. So if they lie, and the opposite, right, and become deceptive and so on, this is not an attribute of the Prophet. Then we say, this is column 1, the things necessary for a Prophet to have, the things impossible for a Prophet to have. So there's one more column left, and that is the things merely permissible for a prophet. Can a prophet fall ill? Yes, he can. Can a prophet marry? Yes, he can. Does he need to? Does he have to? No, he doesn't need to. But you know, they do. Does a prophet, you know, earn a living? Yes, he can. These are permissible things. So you write them down there. Then finally, we talk about the sam'iyyat, the information passed on by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and by our beloved Rasulullah. Those are the things such as Jannah wa Nar, angels, Munkar wa Nakir, Israfil, Israel, Malakul Maut, things that we have not seen but we have heard about it. Sirat, Al-Qalam. Al-Qalam is the pen, the suhuf, the book, the reading, the hisab, the ard. We spoke about them now, okay? And then also about the signs of Yawm al-Qiyamah. List them all there, all of them. Long list, very, very, very long list. The hayat of the life in the grave, also under there. We've not seen them, but we've heard about them. Jinn, right there. And all of these things Abu Ja'far al-Tahawi radiyallahu ta'ala anhu mentioned in the Aqeedah. So this is a paradigm that I want to see on maybe an A6 or what's a bigger form, bigger one? A3, yeah. The bigger size of an A4. Then yeah, just write it all out and then present it, inshallah ta'ala.
Next Sunday.
Not for next Sunday, it is for after. I don't know when it is, should be ready, but it's inshallah she will speak about it.